Good morning and welcome to Market Monday for April 21st. We hope you had a really nice Easter for those who celebrate. And picking up on this theme of market volatility, bear markets, uncertainty, etc., you know at Market Monday we love going back to history and context. Here's a look at all the times the S&P 500 stock market went down 19% or more. 14 times, not including 2025. You can see the amount of time it takes to get back to the high, from the prior high here and from the market bottom here. Quite the range. From 4 months, we see some more single digits here, all the way to 73 months here during the dot-com crash. Global financial crisis, 54 months. That's 4.5 years, folks, with the average being right around 2 years. This is the number one reason we are so adamant, dare we say fanatical, about time horizon and investing horizon. This is a reality of stock market investing that we all need to accept, especially if you're getting closer to retirement. Waiting 4 years for your portfolio to come back is usually not an option. And as Ben was talking about last week, the volatility index closed in the top 1% of all readings. But since then, it's come back below 30. And interestingly, the same thing happened to both the global financial crisis and COVID. You see here in October 2008, we get the spike. Then back down to 37 in January of 2009. And of course, the market bottoming in March of 2009. But we didn't get a reading below 31 until May, several months after the market bottomed. And here's COVID. March 9th, 2020 was the spike, a reading around 37 at the bottom, then finally getting that 31 level at the end of April, well past the bottom. Indeed, this setup does appear to be taking shape again in 2025. No guarantees, just history and context. But as it stands, the market did sell off, and along with it, consumer expectations for stock prices. Might as well call these fallible human expectations. As diligent Market Monday listeners know, the best returns come after the market is sold off. But we see here, expectations are at their lowest level since June of 22. And for good measure, here was the bear market bottom in October of 2022. That's the thing about surveys, expectations. They're usually just a reflection of what's going on in the market or the news cycle at that time. Remember the bank failures in 2023? You didn't forget, did you? Here's what surveys showed would happen. Consumer or fallible human expectations in yellow versus the hard data in blue. Hard data kept chugging right along. And we see another divergence now with tariff tantrum. We'll see how it goes from here. But can we just outright dismiss consumer sentiment and expectations? Not so fast. Here's one instance that may matter, the so-called wealth effect. Very simply, when the market's doing well, account balances are higher, we feel excited to go out and spend. As it turns out, we humans are fickle creatures. Here's the minor 20% sell-off in 2018. Retail sales quickly responding almost immediately, even during the holiday shopping season. So this is one area we'd keep an eye on, especially if volatility continues and folks begin to experience volatility exhaustion, which is a real thing. And today we'll leave you with, is it a taxing problem or a spending problem? Here's a look at a 12-month total of tax revenue in blue versus spending in red over the last 10 years. Over this time period, tax receipts were up 60% to nearly 5 trillion with a T, whereas spending has increased 95% to over 7 trillion with a T. Have a great week.